shoegaze. It's a genre of music associated with heavy guitar distortion, lyrics you could barely understand, and being incredibly loud. Despite all these glaring negative attributes, shoegaze is a pretty damn good subgenre. It's also combined with the Dreampop genre as well for a more psychedelic feeling to the music. According to Wikipedia, shoegaze is, quote, overwhelmingly loud with long droning riffs, waves of distortion, and cascades of feedback. Vocals and melodies disappeared into the walls of guitars, which to me, it's pretty accurate. You know, the main reason why the subgenre is called shoegaze in the first place, it's because it's a reference to how many guitarists in the genre look at their feet while performing. The band in the album credited for the birth and popularity of shoegaze is My Bloody Valentine's 1991 release, Loveless, which, in my opinion, it's a pretty good solid 9 to me. With the release of Loveless causing massive influence amongst bands in the early 1990s like Chapter House, Ride, and Cocteau Twins, one album by one group stood out amongst the rest, Soulvaki by Slowdive. Now, this album is an easy 10. It's a 10. This album's good, listen to it. Now, if you looked at any 4chan music essentials charts or music boards, you probably seen this somewhere, and for good reason, because this album is full of complete bangers and perfectly fits the definition of shoegaze. Kyle Reed, who I watched quite a bit, describes Soulvaki as, quote, solving all the issues with Loveless. He describes Loveless as being one-dimensional compared to Soulvaki, which I 100% agree with. Now look, I could talk about Soulvaki for hours and how much I love this album to bits, but no, I'm not going to. Maybe later. Early quick start to shoegaze was incredibly influential for decades to come. While in the late 90s, shoegaze was pushed over by American grunge rock. Groups like Nirvana, Stone Temple Pilots, and Alice in Chains would quickly arise, and it would steal the shoegaze audience. The shoegaze genre would still thrive and would eventually influence a young Keith Gansius. Keith is a self-taught solo artist from Copenhagen, Denmark, that specializes in blending together electronic, dream pop, shoegaze, and ambience in his very own way that makes his music sound unique and different. From the research I have done, I have no idea how long he's been making music. I mean, Keith is active to this very day, but I truly don't know when he began making music. My guess would have to be the late 90s to early 2000s. With that aside, in the 2000s, Keith would team up with singer and artist Tine Louise Kortemend and Jonas Monk, who did the mixing and played synthesizer. These three musicians would eventually team up to form Rumskib, and they would release their self-titled album on May 8th, 2007. Rumskib's self-titled album released to very positive reviews on Bandcamp, and that was pretty much it. There were physical releases from their record label and on their Bandcamp, but personally, I haven't seen any images or anything about it. And according to their website, which, by the way, wow, this is really an early 2000s website, god damn. There were even live shows of Rumskib performing, which to my research, I couldn't find any videos of it, but there's images, so new Lost Media drop, I guess. More info on their website. Apparently, they had up to 5 members, but on Bandcamp, they only have Keith, Tine, and Jonas credited for the album's release. Also, with this website being so utterly ancient, they use MySpace to promote their music, which obviously hasn't aged well. If you think that's bad, they used Adobe Flash for video plugins, so yeah. Rumskib has been spotted elsewhere on the internet. They've been spotted on platforms like Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. For SoundCloud, they didn't really pop off or anything. They just kind of released their music and that was about it. They kind of blew up on Spotify, gaining 32,000 monthly listeners and having their song Dreampopper's Tribute reach over 500,000 plays, and having another 4 songs reach over 100,000 plays. They do have their music streamed on YouTube, and they do have an official music video for their song Where Are the Flowers, filmed and edited by Tine Kortemend. Oh yeah, I forgot, I don't think I ever talked about this album yet. It's a solid 10, it's pretty fucking good, to be honest with you. I think this album is a perfect tribute to the shoegaze and dream pop genre. I'll recite this paragraph from Rumskib's official Bandcamp page. Quote, Rumskib sounds like it was once modern and classic, blending a strong love for early 90s shoegazer bands, such as Chapter House and Lush, with the sensibilities of grand Scandinavian 80s pop such as Aha and Roxette, all flavored with harsh noise rock guitars and crunchy micro-programmed beats. Sometimes their sound is up-tempo, almost danceable like the Cardigans met Saint Etienne. At other times their sound is thick, heavy, and romantic, recalling the Cockatoo Twins, or Simple Minds. Rumskib managed to be both surrealist and accessible, complex but straightforward. Speaking of Cockatoo Twins, that brings me to their most popular song, Dreampopper's Tribute. According to a YouTube comment on a re-upload of the song Dreampopper's Tribute from Keith's official YouTube channel, Dreampopper's Tribute was a tribute song written for the Cockatoo Twins all the way back in 2002. And apparently he wrote songs for the group. So this song is a tribute to Cockatoo Twins, a tribute to Dreampoppers. This song is fucking perfection of the shoegaze dream pop genre. Like, god damn. I don't know if Keith or Tyne knew that they're making a masterpiece of a song. Everything about this song is just amazing. The lyrics I could barely even understand. The distorted guitar and the instrumentals, especially nearing the end of the track, is so damn good. With music this good and reviews this positive, you think they made more albums and music, right? No, they didn't. Rumskib only made this self-titled album, and that's it. They made more songs on 2 compilation albums, like Little Darla Had a Treat for You and Never Lose That Feeling. If you think I'm the only one that found this group, then you'd be wrong. On r/Shoegaze, several users have either shared their music or discussed where Rumskib is now. Keith Gansius has been doing a solo career since their quote-unquote supposed breakup of Rumskib, with an album released in 2016, which I recommend. It's quite good. Hey, what's up? So, quick editor's note, while editing this video, Keith Canisius just released a new EP on Spotify, and it's pretty good, so listen to that too. Alright, back to the video. Tyne's current whereabouts are unknown to the research I have done. Look, I think Rumskib's self-titled is an essential shoegaze album. Personally, I think it competes with Loveless and Slovaki for being the best shoegaze album. Each song is filled with the beautiful voice of Tyne, along with the unique sound of Keith and the synths of Jonas. And I find it quite amusing that only 3 people made this absolute banger of a record. So if you like shoegaze or dream pop and you're looking for something new, this album is definitely worth a listen. And if you heard this album before, maybe drop your experiences and opinions in the comments below. And before I end anything off, I have been searching for the lyrics for the entire album, and I have not found jack shit. Nothing on Spotify, nothing on Bandcamp, nothing on their official website. So if anyone knows the lyrics or what they're saying in the music, comment below. Anyways, my name is Apologetics. Maybe subscribe, I don't know, you can. Anyways, I guess that'll be it. See ya.
Weaponry skins